Speaking to me now is big Joe Egan. Joe, what is it about bare knuckle boxing that's got the fans so excited?
To me, lovely to be interviewed. Thank you very much for the interview. To me, it's boxing gone full circle. Boxing's origins was bare knuckle. Then they brought in the Queensberry rules, they brought it to the boxing, and it's now gone back to bare knuckle because the fans are getting value for money. They're getting the best fighting the best. Unfortunately, with the boxing, you've got a house fighter protected to a certain extent. He fights a journeyman, so the fans aren't getting the value for money fights that they want to see. So now with the BKB, the best is fighting the best, and they're getting value for money fights. Warriors, they want to test themselves against the best fighters.
What particular fighters excite you in the BKB?
Excuse me. I admire and respect any man that gets into fight, but I'm a massive fan. Trez, I'm a massive fan of Jimmy Sweeney. There's a few that I could name. That's just two. It's great to see my friend Ricky Nelder back on the bill now tonight. He had a great fight with Gypsy Boy McCrory, and he got his neck actually broke with an uppercut. He damaged the bone in his neck. This is his first fight back since he got his neck damaged. A fighter in the boxing, a man called Vinny Pazienza, went on to win the world title with a similar injury. So hopefully Ricky can go on and win a world title. He fought for a world title before he lost to the Croatian fighter. But he's a warrior, like all the rest of the fighters on the card tonight. They're all warriors. I take my hat off to them all. I respect them all. And that's the great thing about this sport. They have so much respect for each other because these are modern day gladiators.
Of course, Joe, you come from a boxing background. How do you think you would have done in the bare knuckle?
Me personally, I wish I'd have been boxing with pillows on my hands. You know, these guys, they've got the hands bandaged and taped where the hands are like concrete. It's very, very savage, but it's so good. Me, like I said, I would have liked to be getting hit with a pillow.
That's probably very surprising for the viewers to hear, since you were actually one of Mike Tyson's sparring partners. I think Mike Tyson described you as the toughest white man on the planet or something along those lines. I
sparred with Mike Tyson for nearly 2 years. It was an honour to share the ring with him. Every fighter that climbs into the ring dreams about becoming a champion of the world. I wasn't good enough. I fought Lennox Lewis. I stayed on my feet with Lennox Lewis. I stayed on my feet sparring Mike Tyson. And it was an honour to share the ring with both of them men. They achieved what I dreamed of achieving. But listen, if you're going to get battered, you might as well get battered by the best. I've been battered by the best. Mike never put me down. He made me cry many times. After one particular savage sparring session, there was 4 white sparring partners. You knocked 3 of them out. Normally it'd be a couple of black guys. This day 4 white sparring partners, knocked 3 of them out. I was number 4. I got battered, but at the end of the spar, Mike said, Joe Egan is the toughest white man on the planet. Far, far from it. I was the toughest white man in the gym that day. But it's a nice compliment from a man like Mike Tyson. Imagine Mike Tyson in BKB. Imagine with his power, his ferocity. You know, I take my hat off to Jim and Joe. They run a great organisation. They've got the rules, they've got the setup, they've got the fighters, and it's going to the top. And I'm very, very proud and privileged to be part of this journey. I've been with them since the first show, and I'm enjoying every show since. And each one gets better.
What was it like getting hit by Mike Tyson? I know it might be a bit of a silly question, but how can you describe it as a very experienced boxer like yourself?
I can describe it in the fact that it was very, very painful. See, if Mike missed you with a punch, you'd get pneumonia from the draft, you know. But yeah, every punch you threw with bad intentions. Cuss was alive. I was with Cuss, the motto, and Cuss used to say, what Mike lacked in experience, he used in aggression. I had a lot more fights than Mike. When I was sparring with Mike, I was more experienced. I wasn't as good as what Mike was, but he hurt me many times. My mother used to speak to him on the phone, and she used to go, oh, Mike, thank you so much for looking after my son. He was battering me week in, week out. But what it done was it made me the man I am today, because psychologically I thought if I could take Mike Tyson's punishment, I could take anybody's punishment. And that's what helped me get in against Lennox Lewis. I went on to beat Bruce Seldon. He went on to win the world heavyweight title. That was probably the best win of my career. My corner wanted to retire me at the end of round 1. I got battered. But I knew I took the punishment off Tyson for nearly 2 years, and I knew I could take it off Seldon. And once they let me out for round 2, I went on to win, like I said, the best win of my career.
How do you think Mike Tyson would do against the heavyweights of today, like Joshua, Wilder, Fury, for example, a prime Tyson?
A prime Tyson, with the speed that he had and the power that he has, you could put him in against any of the modern fighters today. Would they be able to withstand his power? Who knows? Would he be able to hit them with the speed of fury? Who knows? That's the great thing about boxing. It captures the imagination. Any man and woman now, on that day, who wants it the most, who's prepared to dig deep. It's like when Fury fought Deontay Wilder, when he hit the deck in that last round. The sheer will to win, the heart of the man. He got up off the deck, he was unconscious, but he climbed up and he went on to win the fight. Well, he got the draw, but I personally believe he went on to win the fight. He should have won the fight, but that's the great thing about boxing. Any person on that day who wants it the most, who's prepared to dig the deepest, who's trained the hardest, who's prepared the best. But Tyson on his day, with his power and his speed of punch, he could have lived in any era of heavyweights. One of the greatest heavyweights to grace a boxing ring.
Okay, yeah, thanks for speaking to us today, Joe. Good luck tonight and hope you enjoyed the bare knuckle boxing.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed the interview. You enjoyed the fights, guys. Thank you.